Good morning student, myself Millie Sankla and today again in our subject design of pre-stress concrete structure we continue with our chapter flexure design of pre-stress concrete element. Okay, now today we discuss about our first topic, that is camber. Okay, to explain the term of camber, here I take three images. Okay, one by one. In first images we can see that whenever pre-stress concrete member is subjected to pre-stressing force, okay, because of this pre-stressing force of steel transfer into concrete, okay, and because of that our pre-stress concrete member is deflect upward direction. This is the condition of before loading. Our pre-stress concrete member subjected to external load. Okay, this image is the first image when our pre-stress concrete member is subjected to external load. Now in second, look at this. Pre-stress concrete member is subjected to deflection in downward direction due to dead load, and this dead load is nothing but that is the self weight of pre-stress concrete member. Okay, and in third figure we can see that in upward deflection, this one is the central line. Okay, this one is the central line of support and upward deflection, and this vertical distance is known as camber. Okay, ultimately this one is the curve surface. Okay, curve to this horizontal surface, and this is known as camber. Now the technical definition: eccentricity of pretension strand in pre-stress concrete girder create a bending moment. Okay, this pre-stressing strand is create bending moment in pre-stressing girder, or second name of girder is beam. And because of this bending moment, however, girder is deflect in upward direction. Okay, and this is called a camber. Camber is nothing but that is the vertical distance between deflection. This camber is reduced by downward deflection. Okay, this camber is reduced by downward deflection girder due to the self weight. Okay, this is the technical definition of camber. Now next we discuss about type of cracks that happen in our pre-stress concrete member. Now first of all, the type. Okay, here the type and formation of this crack is depend upon span and depth ratio of beam and loading. Okay, the cracking is depend upon span and depth ratio of our beam, and also beam is subjected to which type of loading. Okay, the variable influence the moment and shear along the length of beam. That means this crack is effect values of shear force and bending moment along the length of beam. Okay, here we discuss about simply supported beam which is subjected to uniformly distributed load without pre-stressing. Important word is without pre-stressing. Here we discuss about different type of cracks but without pre-stressing. The first crack is flexure crack. Okay, look at this. This simply supported beam is deflect due to the self weight. Now this crack is formed the bottom near the mid span and propagate upward. Look at this. In this figure we can see that the crack it start at bottom of beam, that is soffit of beam, and this crack is propagate upward direction. Okay, and this is the image of flexure crack. Clear? Now the second one is web shear crack. What is web shear crack? Again we understand web shear crack and flexure shear crack with this image. Shear means simply cut the section. Okay, bend means flexure and shear means cutting the section. Okay, now web shear cracks, the crack from near the neutral axis close to support and propagate inclined to beam axis. Okay, here this web shear cracks, these cracks are produced near the support. Okay, these cracks are formed near the support and also passing through the neutral axis. Okay, and propagate in inclined beam axis. Okay, these cracks are formed incline the axis. Three cases are there. First one, neutral axis. Then this web shear crack is formed near the support, and third, these cracks are inclined. Now we discuss flexure shear cracks. First we discuss only flexure cracks, okay, that will be form at bottoms of it and propagate upward direction. Now flexure shear cracks. Okay, now flexure shear crack is like this way. This crack form at the bottom due to the flexure and propagate due to the both flexure and shear. Okay, this is the combination of flexural and shear crack. Okay, and this will be nearby of flexural crack. Okay, now next topic, crack width of flexure and crack depend upon following quantities. Now here we discuss about width of crack, and second, the crack is depend upon which criteria. Okay, first of all, crack width is depend upon amount of pre-stress, how much amount of pre-stressing force we apply on pre-stress member. The crack width depend upon this pre-stressing force. Second, tensile stress in longitudinal bar, that means our pre-stressing bar. Thickness of concrete cover. Fourth one, diameter and spacing of longitudinal bar. Okay, the longitudinal bar that we provide on our member, diameter and spacing is also affected width of crack. Then depth of member and location of neutral axis. Neutral axis is very important term in alignment of beam. Then bond strength between duct and our tendons. Then tensile strength of concrete, that means our flexure strength of concrete. Okay, now limit of crack width. This limit of crack width is given in our code IS 1343/2012. For that, clause number 20.3.2 of IS 1343/2012 specific limit of crack width is mentioned that crack width less than equal to 0.2 mm for moderate and mild environment. Okay, if our environment is mild and moderate, at that time the crack width is allowable less than equal to 0.2 mm. Now next, less than equal to 0.1 mm for severe environment. Okay, or if our environment is in severe condition, at that time the crack width is allowable is less than equal to 0.1 mm. And again, the types of environment are explained in table number 10. Okay, this we discussed at the time of example. Simply this clause is given, and this clause is reflect how we take crack width for different environment condition. Clear? Okay, in this topic we discuss crack width is depend upon which criteria, and code is allowing for which type of crack width with according to our environment condition. Okay, now here again three images. In first image, our pre-stressed concrete member is subjected to external load, that means our self weight, and the flexural cracks. Look at this. This one is the flexural crack is developed at middle of soffit, bottom of soffit. Okay, and this flexural crack is propagate in upward direction. Okay, and meanwhile time here look at this. This one is the shear crack also. Web shear crack is also developed with simultaneously with this flexural crack. Okay, this last figure, look at this. Web shear cracks is propagate near the support, then center point of neutral axis, and also in inclined condition, and from this to this span, middle one to this one, this flexural crack, and near to this flexural crack, flexural shear crack will form it. Okay, now we discuss what is cracking moment. Next topic is cracking moment. Okay, cracking moment, notation of cracking moment is MCR. Okay, notation of cracking moment is MCR. Now what is the definition of moment, cracking moment, and how it will be induced in our pre-stressed concrete member? Cracking moment is defined is moment due to external load at which first crack occur pre-stressed flexural member. Again I am repeating you, cracking moment is defined as a moment due to external load at which first crack, okay, the member is subjected to first crack, and this is denoted as our cracking moment. Okay, and equation of modulus of rupture okay, that we already study in our concrete technology. Okay, what is FCR? FCR, and also in a subject design of steel or design of structure, FCR is equal to 0.7 under root FCK. This is the flexure strength of concrete, FCR. FCK is the characteristic strength and FCR is equal to our modulus of rupture, or we can say flexure strength. And equation of this flexure strength is equal to 0.7 under root FCK. This one is the flexure strength of concrete. Please remember that. And second name of this flexure strength is modulus of rupture. Now what is FCK? FCK is nothing but that is the characteristic strength of our cube of concrete, and that will be measured at 28 days. Okay, strength of cube is measured at 28 days, and this is our characteristic strength of cube of concrete. Now we derive the equation of cracking moment one by one. Okay, here in first image, vertical section of pre-stressed concrete member is given, and this is the centroid of concrete, and bottom is our bottom fiber, and above the CGC level is our top fiber. Now here pre-stressing force P is given. Okay, and because of this P is horizontal force and this YB is our vertical distance, and moment, cracking moment is developed in our section. And internal force in concrete, this is the condition of internal force in concrete. Because of this pre-stressing force, okay, that we apply on one pre-stressed concrete member, there will be possibility of develop cracking moment. Okay, and this cracking moment is developed here. Now two possibilities are there. This one is the resultant stress, resultant diagram of our cracking moment. Okay, maybe possible this is compressive or this one tensile, that will be depend upon data. Now we derive the equation of cracking moment one by one. Here P by A is the equation of direct stress, or we can say axial load. Our beam is subjected to axial load and equation is P by A, and minus sign means the section is subjected to compressive stress. Now second one is M by Z. M is equal to P into E. This one is for pre-stressing force. Okay, this stress is developed M by Z, and M is equal to PE into, look at this pre-stressing force develops stresses in our pre-stressed concrete member, that is M by Z, where M is equal to PE into E and Z is equal to I by Y. And here we discuss for bottom fiber, so mention here YB. Now MCR, again when cracking moment develop in our pre-stressed concrete member, stress is induced, and this stress is due to eccentricity. So here again equation of bending stress will be applicable, M by Z, and M is equal to cracking moment MCR and Z is equal to I by Y. That is equal to our flexure strength that we want to measure in our pre-stressed concrete member, and this flexure strength is again modulus of rupture. Second name of this flexure strength is our modulus of rupture. Now simply make simplification of this equation, MCR YB by I. Okay, shift this negative values on right hand side and this will be positive. Okay, and finally cracking moment is equal to FCR I by Y PE I by I AYB plus PE. Okay, this will be solved at time of example. Okay, this one is the equation of cracking moment for bottom fiber. Now here we discuss again the mode of failures, and this mode of failure produce different type of crack. Now one by one, failure is depend upon beam with low span to depth ratio. Okay, and it is also depend upon shear reinforcement. Failure can be due to shear and bending also. That means failure is depend upon span to depth ratio of beam, and also it is depend upon shear force and bending moment. Okay, failure due to shear, if our failure is subjected to shear, it will be sudden, or compared to failure due to flexure is take a time, but when our failure is subjected to shear, it will be suddenly happen, and when our failure is subjected to flexure, it will be take time. Now, different type of failure we discuss with images. First is our diagonal tension failure. Second is our shear compression failure, shear tension failure, then web crushing failure, and arch reeve failure. Simply, the failure or crack width is depend upon span to depth ratio. Okay, the failure of our pre-stressed concrete member is depend upon span and depth of the beam, then loading, cross section area of beam, amount and anchorage of reinforcement. Okay, now one by one. First is our diagonal tension failure. Here in this figure we can see that this is the support condition and here is the section. In this mode, incline crack propagate rapidly due to inadequate shear reinforcement. Okay, simply diagonal tension failure is depend upon shear reinforcement, and this is the incline crack. Okay, propagate rapidly due to the inadequate shear reinforcement. Okay, diagonal tension 1 mark MCQ. Diagonal tension failure is due to the inadequate shear reinforcement. Okay, now second, shear compression failure. Again here support is given there and section is cut. Now this shear compression failure, this is the crushing of concrete because shear is the sudden, shear is the cut the section. Okay, shear is the crushing of concrete near the compression flange. Okay, near the compression flange above the tip of incline crack. Look at this. This is the incline crack and this is the tip of incline crack. Here our shear compression failure start. Now arch reeve failure. Deep beam. If depth of the beam is more compared to normal section, the web may buckle. Okay, there will be chance of buckling of web if our depth of beam is more compared to normal dimension. And subsequently this web is subjected to crushing. There can be anchorage failure or failure of bearing. Okay, there will be two possibilities for arch reeve failure in bearing failure, or second is our anchorage failure. Okay, here is the image of arch reeve failure. Okay, here we stop our session. Okay, next we start with new topic. Just now we stop here.